Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the Bliss Pickup Insomnia Edition. Y'all know how it is. Listen, it's my fault. I already said they put it's my fault that we late. But hey, listen, man, it is what it is. It won't be a Bliss Pickup if we wasn't just a little bit late. But listen, this was a Dolphin show tonight, but this might be a basketball show tonight. I'm just gonna warn y'all right now. When Lewis get up here, all he want to do is talk basketball. Y'all make sure y'all kick him back into football mode. But listen, now, man, we gonna talk about we gonna try to talk some football today. But yeah, after what happened with the Heat, Dallas Mavericks and the Heat, yeah, this might turn into something else. But before I do all that, let me bring up my co-host real quick, man. Lou, what's good, man?
Tone. Now you know, Tone, if there's one thing the Blitz pickup is, it's for the people. Let me get my boy right real quick. My boy Noob says, Lou, let's get some blue hearts in the chat for my Mavs. And again, I approve this message.
You
Everybody in the chat, throw them blue. Hey, no.
I'm hating.
I'm keeping this chat. This is the only thing that's getting highlighted tonight. This comment right here will be on the entire show.
I'm hating.
Level 2 Noob, we got the blue hearts in the chat for you, Noob.
So Lou, so while we live, while we live, you're saying that ignore the comments. You're saying that you back. See, here we go. You saying you back a Dallas Mavericks fan? What I'm saying? No, it's no more Purple Hearts.
Well. Again, What I'm saying is, Tone, I'm a good friend, right? I consider Noob a friend of mine, right? But like I told him earlier, again, it's the right color. It's just not the right nationality. They got a white boy. They just didn't get a European. They got an American white boy. I don't really rock with the American white boys. Now, if Cooper Flag would have been a European, I might have been all in. Right? But hey, again, from my man Noob, it's blue hearts until moving forward.
Hey, look, Mods. Listen, if Noob drop a blue heart in there, y'all know what to do, man. Hey, can you time out tomorrow? I'm just asking for a friend. Or do I have to do it? He said, hope all is well. What happened? Let me hope all is well, Lou. Yeah, everything good. I guess you said everything good for sure. But anyway, what's up, Lou, man? How you been, man?
Hey, Tone, real quick. No, we're going to get into how I've been.
But
this,
here you go.
This is a very good question. So is this in dedication for of the Mavericks? The world wants to know, Tone. The world wants to know.
First of all, no, never, of course, never. It would never have and never will. Now I don't want to show multiple times. Now all of a sudden it's for the Mavericks today.
We don't remember. We don't remember when you wore that shirt.
Well, I was told a little purple, so
that looks like Dallas Maverick blue to me. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, now Dallas Maverick got a blue. I didn't even know. Dallas Maverick hue. All right, no sir, this is most definitely not for none of them. But what's good, Lou, man? I see it's been
good, man.
Tony just getting on the bandwagon early. We got room.
I'm
not hopping on nothing.
Choo.
Level 2 Noob, I'm not hopping on nothing. So you can reword that anyway. But no, sir, I'm sticking. But you know what? Since Lou want to bring up basketball. Wait, you say you want to get your Trojan off? You want to get the Trojan off now or later?
Well, I want to.
We can start early because I can cuss every Heat fan out right now.
Well, Tone, you're the only Heat fan that I have in front of me at the moment, right? So let me ask you a question, Tone, because when we talk Dolphins and we talk anything, right? Me and you are always in line in one thing. It's about holding people accountable.
Mm-hmm.
So from our understanding, the Dallas Mavericks got the #1 overall pick. Barry Jackson has reported that that's where the Miami Heat were slotted and this and that. Supposing that is true, Tone, I'm going to pose it to you, the question. So you're the only Heat fan. Who are we holding accountable? Who is accountable, Tone? Hey, Tone, I'm sorry it had to be you. I didn't want it to be you. I wanted it to be others, but you're the only one right now.
Listen.
Who's accountable, Tony? We need to know.
I'm gonna be a tour of the gym and say all these foolish fans that talk about we playing for pride. That's who I'm holding for not wanting to listen. I never. They say we playing for pride. I heard a couple people say, "Well, at least we made the playoff to get swept." Not. They didn't only just get swept. They got swept historically. Back-to-back 50-point losses. And if it's true now, because we had a little debate, right? If it's true, so it's not final. But if what Barry Jackson put out is true, that we would have been slaughtered to get the number 1 pick. Bro, like, what else can I say to people to let them understand sometimes you got to understand it's a business as well. And all of this, let's just make the playoff, playing for pride for what? For what? Do you want to build a winner? You know, because the last time, right, Lou, I just want to point this out, right? Correct me if I might be wrong. You know, I might be wrong. I stopped watching basketball regular season and all that for a long time. But I think the last time, you know, this is what I believe. You know, y'all could double check me if you want. Last time we was picking even top 5, we got Dwayne Wade. Change the trajectory of our franchise.
That is correct. That is correct.
You know, and the year before that, we had got Karan Butler. You understand? So me looking at it and understanding, right, what team we got, right? And I can't wait. The first time any of y'all see Game Boy 305, please put it. I want to see that comment on the highlight because I got all the smoke for you, my brother. Mr. Tyler Hero, number 1 fan. You know, you got your boy Barry Jackson cooked by tagging me in that doggone post, and now he was on X making a fool of himself. Hey Lou, I told everybody last episode Friday, you remember when I had pointed out that crazy stuff Dougie Durong was saying on the Dolphins Collective, right? I said we hold everyone accountable over here. I don't care who you are, you're gonna be held accountable. So when Barry Jackson, when Game Boy 305 tagged me in that foolishness that he want to put, he literally was trying to make a case for Tyler Hero over Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell.
Who?
Facts. Who? Shake Money. Michael Beasley. Forgot about Michael Beasley. Yes. Michael Beasley. That was terrible. Michael Beasley. Yeah, that was after that. So yeah, Shake, you got a point. I did forget about Michael Beasley. But yeah, so everyone that was on the side. Now, I've been telling you, now, Lou, you said this, right? I've been telling people since 2020. I've been telling these people that's all I needed to see from Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo. Before they even paid these 2 dudes, I'm like, no. You're not going to build around these 2 dudes. You aren't. I saw how you performed in the playoffs. Nah. Yeah, now you got a couple more years to prove and see if you got an improvement. But no. Them performances in the playoffs, those are not guys you build around. You don't make them your franchise players. Not only did they fold in 2020, right? You go watch them, right? Year after that. When it came to the big games and the big moments, right? They folded. Tyler Hero either folded or got injured. Bam folded every time. And I'm talking about in the big moments. I'm talking about in the big games when you needed the most. Jimmy Butler was out there fighting for his life. There's a reason why I was on these Twitter spaces and X spaces, and I was going back and forth with everyone, telling them I'll take Jimmy Butler over a lot of your Luka Doncic at that time, right? For what I saw him doing in the playoffs. That playoff Jimmy, I understand that. This is what we need because it's all about winning championships. This is what it's about. It's not about you having your favorite player. It's not about you looking good when you're making baskets. And I prefer people that play both sides of the court, right? But if you are going to be a prolific scorer, right, then you got to be a Steph Curry like. At minimum, you have to at least put on when we need you. Yo, if offense is your calling card, then you should be lights out in the playoffs and in the big games. You know, one thing I will give Luka, he might not be defensive, but you know that boy gonna put the basket in the bucket. You know that's what's gonna happen for the most part. So at least you could be like, well, we'll deal with that. You know,
that's
but you can't be a Tyler Hero. You can't be a Bam Adebayo, and you're not even your You know what they were saying, Lou? You know what we're going to use? You remember last episode what we was using? Superpowers.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody mentioned superpower with Tua, and we was like, huh? Superpower. So if Tyler Hero, if your superpower is offense, right? You score, prolific score. Cool. Then that superpower needs to show up in the playoffs. That superpower can't show up when you playing games and you playing the last couple games in the season and you want to try to make it. No, players make names for themselves in the playoffs. This is when I need you to show up.
That's crazy, Tone. Already, we done found footage, Tone, after the lottery just happened of Eric Spoelstra talking to the front office in Miami. I literally got footage of it. You ready to see it, Tom?
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.
That was Eric Spoelstra. Eric Spoelstra, after the lottery this season, talking about the Miami Heat next season. That was literally Eric Spoelstra. That's crazy. I cannot.
Well, you asked me a question. I'm gonna give you a 100% answer. This is again, me trying to tell the people how it really goes down. Y'all gonna learn to listen to me. One way or another, y'all gonna learn. Me trying to tell you people who really run the show down here, Pat Riley. I don't know why people let people convince them it was the dude with the suspenders on, right? we ain't hear a word from that young man since. But especially after he did his press conference and saying that tanking isn't the way to go. Bro, you was already there. What are we talking about? You were there. It was the end of the game. What was the purpose, bro? What was the purpose of winning those last? What it was? They won 7 in a row or something like that at the end of the season.
For the culture. That question is easy to answer. What are you talking about? For the culture, we put it on for the culture, Tom.
Paul, he coaching. This is what we doing. This is what you're telling me we're gonna do, right? No, bro. No. I'm not letting these people get away with this kind of stuff. How do y'all don't understand? Like, we have to, I say we got on the Dolphins side, we got to raise our standards. On the Heat side, we do too. We do. I would never thought I would hear a Heat fan say, well, at least we made the playoffs. That was never good enough for the Heat fans. We never make the playoffs. What?
You know what's crazy, Tone? I told you I was ready to troll. I told you this. And again, I'm sorry it had to be you. You know what a lot of Miami Heat fans look like at the end of the season when y'all started winning a couple games to get in the play-in? Let me show y'all what y'all were looking like.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah!
I told you I'm here to troll, Tom. I'm here to troll. I told you this.
Apparently that's what us Heat fans turned into. Well, not us. I'm gonna exclude myself from that. I'm gonna excuse myself for that. Cause what? At least we made the playoffs. For what? I said this before it started. Now, I don't usually, you the one to come in and say, let me too long. I said this. I said we're gonna get in the playoff just to get swept. I know y'all don't think Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero is going to put on a performance from the 8 seed, right? A playing team. I know y'all didn't think they was going to go in there and make some noise. I thought y'all was really trolling and they're on our team. So y'all were going to be, hey, listen, they're on this team, so I'm going to root for them. But some of y'all actually believe they had an opportunity. Some of y'all believe Tyler Hero. Some of y'all believe Bam. You know what? And I'm not letting y'all Bam Adebayo fans off the hook either, because slowly but surely they started coming around to the Tyler Hero thing, right? But they look at you crazy when you say something about Bam Adebayo. They are like he was the second coming of, I don't even know, the best two-way player in the league, and like they will ride for these people like they haven't been watching the same games I have been watching. Like, were we watching the same games?
I don't know, Tony. You want to read that comment right there?
What's up, Tony and Lewis? Y'all pay to win games.
What the greatest thing about sports is, You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it. That's the great thing about sports.
Yeah. Did they look at any moment in the playoff? Did they look like they played to win the game?
Yeah. Well, they look like they won the play-in.
I said playoffs. I don't hear none of that. What you talking about in the
ain't
playoffs?
Ain't the
sometimes
play-in considered like the playoffs? Ain't the play-in considered the playoffs?
No, go. Can you pull up the play-in stats? They don't even count.
Oh, that Tyler Hero was balling in the play-in,
and you can't pull them stats up nowhere. It don't count for the playoffs. Go give me Tyler Hero playoff stats and show me where they put the play-in game. This is how meaningless those games are.
It counts in our hearts, though, Tom.
the purple or the blue heart? Which one?
Nah, these are red and black. These are red and black.
Oh, now you got a red and black heart. Now,
well,
okay.
No, I don't have one. I'm saying I'm for y'all.
This is madness. Like, I'm sorry. When you get to professional level of sports, you're no longer playing for pride. You know what? When you understand, you have to see have the vision for the foreseeable future. You do. I'm sorry, Pat Riley. Too much is given, much is expected. And everyone, including myself, praise you for all the good teams that you brought to us, all of the times you brought us in them free agents, and you going well hunting. But this was terrible. And then you follow that up by saying that you can see Tyler and Bam here for the foreseeable future. Nah, but I'm not letting you off on that.
Bam is the second coming of Alonzo Mourning.
Yeah, after he turned 40.
Hey, yo.
Not prime Alonzo. Not prime. Alonzo, Tim Hardaway, Rashawn Leonard, Dan Barty, Isaac Austin, Keith Ashton.
Hey, all I know, I heard Pat Riley 3 days ago said he was giving Tyler $150 million max.
He was thinking about extending this young man. I say, you know what, Pat? I believe you trying to keep his value up, so I'm gonna let you slide off with that. Because if you get that man another contract, I might go out there and burn that arena down myself. I'm telling you right now. I don't understand. If this is one of them cases to where you let your ego get in the way and you want to prove people that you were right when you clearly wrong with the evaluation of these two players, then bro, as a fan, I can't let you slide with that. If I could see it, you get paid millions of dollars to see this kind of stuff.
I thought that was the move only the Dolphins organization made. They didn't want to give up on players to admit they were wrong. I thought that was only the Dolphins that do that.
First of all, Lou, I don't care. One thing, when they want to say heat coaching, right? Oh, and we got you remember that tweet that I tagged you in? Lou?
Which one?
The one with who was the player? And it was like, oh, he was establishing culture.
Oh, yeah.
You remember? And I was like, boy, we was told, right? We were told the coaches was the one that established the culture.
Facts.
Isn't that what we were told? Was it KG? It was KG, right? I tagged you in there.
It was KG. Yep.
Showing how now the coaches was in that in Minnesota, right? But when KG came in there and saw people slacking and their stuff, they're not even keeping their locker room clean. They're not even. Can you believe what he said he saw? They weren't even going over game plans at halftime. But he came in, he said, you know how it is, P. You know, that's how he talked to Paul Pierce. OG, I'm establishing the culture. You know how the OGs do it. Clearly, I said, and when we was talking about who set culture, we said, y'all don't got to listen to us. Listen to the players. Listen to the players. The players are going to tell you who established the culture. What other player did he reference? He said, you know how Udonis used to do for the Heat? Establish culture. I remember Udonis telling Eric Spoelstra and Pat Riley that Tyler Hero is a sixth man. Udonis said it. I've been telling people this whole time, you're not building around him. You aren't. I'm watching him play. There's levels. Even he was on national TV. He said, "Man, I'm mad at Tyler Hero because he's not doing what's necessary for the team to win. He's putting himself over the team." Udonis said this. The best role for him is coming off the bench as the sixth man. You still would have got a healthy pay.
You know, so I never heard that story. Udonis told Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra that Tyler Hero should be a sixth man.
He said it on an interview, Lou. He ain't just said it. It's on an interview. He was like, yeah, his best position is coming off the bench. That's what's needed for the team right now.
That's crazy. I cannot. Tone, what we're doing on this show right now, Tone, we're breaking news. I'm gonna tell you what Eric Spoelstra and Pat Riley told Udonis Haslem.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
Hey, Tone, we are breaking news. We are breaking news on this show, Tone. I cannot believe it. The first time I heard it, and all of a sudden, I got video of what Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra said. I can't believe it.
Hey, Lou, look at this comment. You know who isn't a sixth man? Cooper Flag. Yo, A said players always set the culture. But when we be on this platform telling people, right, we get the most pushback of all the people. Always coaches, always this, always that. I'm telling y'all, listen, thank God for us being able to start channels and people being able to give their takes, because it's been too long that we've been listening to people that have channels and the media people telling y'all this and that. Can you imagine if Barry Jackson was the only one telling people and trying to explain to people who's good and who isn't? Because the craziness, bro, he's worse than a 2-0 right now for Tyler Hero. Like, go back and read some of the comments. They are killing him in them comments. I'm like, bro, you can't even answer my question. He didn't even answer. Bro, go look at the comments. Go look at them. They were like, I asked you about giving me the playoff stats. You gave me a Jimmy Butler team. He said, oh, he played a pivotal role to the success of 2020. I said, go give me the numbers.
Facts.
Yo, why haven't you brought me the numbers back? Why are you moving the goalposts and avoiding my question? Why? I wonder why, Barry.
Hey,
because you can't sit here and feed me that foolishness. Are you crazy?
Barry Jackson is not the one re-signing those players, though. That's Mr. Riley.
Well, he's telling people that was a good reason. He say, oh, you don't give up 3 first rounders and Tyler Hero for Donovan Mitchell. Why not? Why? And I was saying, because I had a time bomb, but it seemed like he tried to avoid it. He was keep on changing the subject because he was trying to put, Donovan Mitchell, giving all of Donovan Mitchell, he did this. Look what he did. His team is losing. I remember, what his very first tweet in the Cavaliers game? Oh, Donovan Mitchell started out 0 for 1 to all you Donovan Mitchell level. That was a tweet. He put that out there. This is how much you hating on him so you could try to convince people how good Tyler Hero is. You crazy right now? Are you crazy? Now, he was saying the lack of success Donovan Mitchell was having. Now, it seemed like he avoided so I could drop the bomb. Can somebody, I was going, what my rebuttal was, because I'm already ready. I keep one in the chamber, you hear me? I was going to rebuttal, well, how did Jimmy look before he got to the Heat? How successful was his teams? And go look at Donovan Mitchell's team, and it looked eerily similar to how Jimmy was looking when he was over there at Chicago, he was over there at the Clippers, he was over there at Minnesota. It looked eerily similar. But you put that boy in a Miami Heat uniform, and the boy transform. But see, he's smart man. You understand? Fight the right battles. Cool. But that was a losing battle. Don't play when it comes to that kind of stuff. Not that. No, I'm not the one to play with that. I'm gonna tell you how it is, and that's the problem. What? Why? I'm so tired of these people lying to us about these players and trying to make it seem like and justify the bad picks and the bad moves that our front office would be making, football and basketball. What's going on?
You know what, Tone? I thought the trolling session was gonna be a lot better today, but none of the people I really want to troll show up. Like it's not. I'm not having fun trolling you because you agree with a lot what I've been saying. This ain't fun no more, Tone. Let's go to the Dolphins because this ain't fun no more.
Go, Doom. The job or no, not. Oh, you say Doom the job and Cap like hero from Miami. All right, cool. All right, Lou. Yeah. Listen, man. I was still waiting for Game Boy 305. He ain't even getting here. He still ain't getting here. All right, Lou. What you want to talk about then? Because I'm really pissed off. This really has me pissed off. I'm so sorry. He say they don't want to come outside. Go get the Mo 3 and say they scared to come outside. Triple S. That's what it is.
Yeah. Where's Dade at? Well, Dade's another one I can't really troll. Well, there's just one person. You know who I'm with. Oh, I am looking for someone, but don't worry.
What are you looking for?
It'll happen.
Specifically.
Dan, you want a name?
I thought we still on business.
Well, you right. My good sister Nene. That's who I'm looking for.
No.
I'm looking for my. And again, hey, no, this is no disrespect. Everybody knows I love Nene. Nene is my sister. Me and Nene will get through this. But oh no, she's going to have to hear me. She's going to have to answer some of these questions. I need answer. I need accountability, Tone, is what I need. That's what I need. I need some accountability.
Finally, I get to watch the best YouTube channel. Shout out to you, ABS for life. That's a fact. He said, "Hey, crypto pissed off too."
Crypto man, crypto man. Oh.
Oh man! All right, Lou, man. Listen. Go ahead. I know we're on my rant. I'm telling you, I'm hot. I'm pissed off right now. But listen. All right, man, let's talk about some Dolphins because we talk about pressure and they don't fight. I did want to ask a question. What you thought about the thumbnail, first of all, man? I was up to 3 o'clock in the morning, man. Dedication, man. I got more dedication. You know what? I'm gonna leave it alone. I ain't gonna.
Oh, no. You care to elaborate on that?
I got more dedication. I got more dedication to make sure I do whatever it takes to make sure our channel is successful. Then it seemed like our GMs, our presidents of operations on both the Miami Heat and the Miami Dolphins. It seemed like I understand the sacrifices that it take. Hey, listen, I decided to go out and hang out multiple times and come back. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, it don't stop. I still had to do what I had to do. It was a mistake nonetheless, but hey, I fought through it. Got the job done. You hear me?
You live and you learn.
Live and you learn. I'm just saying. But I want to ask you a question. Let's switch. I could talk about that all day. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a question. Who are under the most pressure this season? Our coaching staff or our key players, i.e. Tyreek Hill, Tua Tagovailoa, Jalen Phillips, Bradley Chubb, people like that.
Hey, bro, you know where I'm on the side. It's the players. And the pressure should be applied on these players because the simple fact is we can blame coaches and coaches come and go all the time. We see it. It's players that kind of get the pass, right? You'll see a player within the same organization 5, 6, 7, 8 years down the line, and they're part of losing, right? So no, I think. You know what?
Lou.
Hey, Tone. Well, let me hit this Chicano U-turn real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let me hit this Chicano U-turn. Hey, level 2 noob, you know what to do, noob. Throw them blue hearts in the chat, noob. Dave, what's good, dog?
We try to move on, but Dave out.
Dave, what's good, homie? Hey, Dave, I need a little accountability, Dave. I'm looking for a little accountability, dog.
Oh, Lord. Nah, but
Tom, Rick. Again, it's the players, bro. Like, again, could Chris Greer's job be on the line? Possibly. Could Mike McDaniel be on the hot seat? Possibly. But that doesn't change the fact there's immense pressure on these players. The Dolphin organization, you don't make moves like giving a first-round pick for Bradley Chubb for no results. You don't give up multiple picks and make him the highest paid player in the league for multiple years in Tyreek Hill with no results. You don't make a trade for Jalen Ramsey to get no results. You don't pay a quarterback the richest contract that this organization has ever gave anybody to end up getting no results. So I know a lot of people, Tone, always tell people or always tell me and you, well, it's Chris Greer, it's Mike McDaniel. They got to be on the hot seat. Again, I'm not here to debate that. You want them gone? Let's get them up out of here. The fact of the matter is, though, we, people like me and you, I know, are going to hold these players accountable. And if you look at it, Tone, this is where I'll end it. Look at the Dolphins, right? The way they have moved. I think the Dolphins are telling you quietly that they're putting a lot of onus on the players because not a lot of players have no guaranteed money moving forward, right? Yeah. It's a bunch of one-year contracts, a bunch of things that if this thing doesn't work out by the players, not only could this coaching staff be gone, Tone, a lot of these players could be gone too. So, but just to answer your question, for me at least, it's always going to be on the players moving forward. The players got to get it done, Tone.
Lou, you said quietly they're saying it's the players. No. Chris Greer came out and started naming names. He said Cam Smith.
That's a fact. Yep. That's a fact.
What? He said we not hold hands. We can't hold your hand anymore. Chris Greer said a lot. When he was naming names about captains, he ain't named Tua. No, he didn't say that. When the question was asked, was they moving off of Ramsey? Yeah, he came out and said it. Yeah, we looking to move off of him. So yeah, it's not quietly, not to me. I think he said a lot. He mentioned, that he, what you call that when he what's the word I'm looking for? When he deferred a lot more than what he actually wanted to back in the past. He said all this. This is what he said. So he's letting us know. Now, who do I think should be? First of all, it always has to be the players, right? When I switch and I say, no, we got to start talking about these coaches and this front office, it's when they start keeping these players in the building, when you see that they're not yielding you results, right? But it's going to always be the players that have the most pressure because y'all are the ones that got to go on the field and perform. I got a question, though, Lou. If you switch Mike McDaniel out and bring another coach in, you think that's going to change Tua's performance?
No.
You think that's going to change Ramsey or
no?
No. They still going to beat them. They still have to go out there and beat themselves. They're on the field. No one can go out there and play for them.
Fact.
Right? They could put them in better positions to win, or they could put them in position to be successful. But no one out here is going to tell me, right? No one is going to tell me that our coaching staff and our GM haven't at least put these players in position to be successful. That's what I'm not going to blame them on. Because we watched the same games. The talent that they collected, right, had multiple opportunities to have playoff games, home playoff games. They had the AFC title within their grasp. They had the number one seats within their grasp. And you know who failed every time? The players. The players are the ones that are going on that field and failing. So at the end of the day, the majority of the pressure is going to be on the players. It is. Because you can see how our front office is moving. And our coach, they don't look like they have any pressure on them at all. Do I think it's right? No, I think they should have. The pressure should start shifting towards what are y'all going to do about this? We cannot keep and continue to extend players that have shown you that they don't have the capability of showing up when you need them the most. I've always judged players this way, and I will always judge players this way. How you perform when we need you the most. This is why it can seem like I'm so tough on players and I don't give credit for regular season accolades and I don't give credit for stats. I don't. Stats do not win you championships. Clutch performances win you championships. It's going to always be that way. It's never going to change. I don't care who you have in front office, who you have as a coach. Because I point this out all the time. Andy Reid went to 5 straight NFC championship games. But you know who folded every time? Donovan McNabb. The man did all he can. He was always toward the top of the league in stats. They was always winning a lot of games, double-digit wins, season in, season out, season in, season out. That man, Andy Reid, was coaching his tail off. But you know who failed him? Donovan McNabb. His quarterback couldn't get it done. Go ahead, put him over here. Kansas City. Going through the same thing with Alex Smith. Double-digit win year in, year out. You know what he said? Man, go input Patrick Mahomes. Now he's in consideration for one of the greatest coaches of all time. With a simple change of quarterback. With that clutch gene. Mind how we look at that man different now. Because for the longest, it was, well, he could get there. He just can't win that big one. You can't be considered one of the greats if every time you have an opportunity to win a Super Bowl, you don't get it done. This was the narrative around Andy Reid. The man got fired after going to an NFC Super Bowl. The man with the 5 NFC championship game and a Super Bowl, and they fired him. This is what happened when you choose players over coaches. Coach can't go out there. He didn't tell Donovan McNabb to throw up in the middle of the Super Bowl. Andy Reid had nothing to do with that. That's pressure bursting pipes.
Nah, you wrong about that. That's the culture Andy Reid set in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
He created that culture, but he created the culture of having players throw up on the field. That's the culture he created.
That's how crazy people sound when they say coaches set the culture. It's crazy. Know who didn't throw up in the Super Bowl? Cooper Flag. You got 11-2 news. This your day, my brother. Go ahead, do your thing. But yes, Lou, I just because we're gonna always give credit when credit's due, and we always gonna critique when we think that our players and our coaches need to be critiqued. But I've always maintained my same stance when I say we're going to critique them on the things that they can control. They can't control what those players do on the field. They can't. The players control what they do on the field. So when it comes to performances, I'm giving the players all the pressure's on you. Get it done. These are facts. Now, when I start talking about the GMs and head coaches, like, man, the man showed you who he was. Now, there's only so much I can take while you keep on putting this man out here on this field or running this man out here on this court. No one in their right mind is going to turn down millions of dollars and the opportunity to keep your job, even though you're not being successful at it.
I just want to kind of try to open up a good dude, right? A good dude in the community, Cap for life. He goes everywhere. He supports every platform. So salute the Cap for that. Cap is a real one. I do know Cap. Cap for life always believes in the logo. So I will give him credit. But Cap, I just want to, let me kind of, because Cap says a team is the reflection of the head coach, and that's what he believes. And to a point, I understand that, Cap. Let me throw a different scenario at you, though, and see if I could, like, kind of persuade you in a different direction. So Brian Flores when he was here, did it change the culture? He was trying to, right? Now, I think there's two different things. He was trying to create a culture. But when the players don't want it, right? No matter what coach, it doesn't matter. Like, I've heard Tony bring up this point all the time, and this is the best way I can show you, Cap for life. If the team takes on the identity of the head coach, and that's what you believe, when the Dolphins played Cincinnati, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, and Brian Flores walked his happy ass across the field, almost trying to fight every player and coach on the other side. Let me ask you this, Cap. Where did you see any other Dolphin players behind him ready to throw down, ready to fight with him? Now, again, when I was watching that, I'm like, damn, look at my coach. That's him trying to change the culture. But when he turned around and looked to the left and right and behind him, nobody else was there. So that goes to show you, no coach can create the culture. The culture is always built within the locker room, in those guys that play in between the white line, the brotherhood. Now, the coach can be there for guidance. The coach can be there maybe to put out some fires here and there. And this is where I will agree with Cap. I don't believe Mike McDaniel has that personality, right? I don't believe he's a leader of men. But I'm sorry, bro. I don't think cultures are created by the head coach. Cultures are created by the players. Without the players creating that culture, there is no culture. Hopefully it kind of, I gave Cap a different way to look at it. Because again, Brian Flores was trying to change the culture, but as much as he tried, they kept pushing against it. And whatever reason, the ownership, organization, play, wherever he was fired, he was let go. That goes to show you he was trying to do something as the coach. They didn't buy in. No one bought in. There's no culture. The cultures are created by the players, bro. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's 100%. That reminded me something when you said that, Lou, because while I was up, just couldn't get no sleep. Right, I was up. I turned, shout out to the Super Box. I just turned on the NFL Network, watched a couple of games. You know what game was on? Baltimore versus Buffalo last year, the divisional round. Right, second quarter. I wrote this down because I was like, sometimes, you got to give people visuals. So if y'all have any opportunity to go back and watch that game, if you got the NFL Premium Plus and you can go back and watch the game, just go to the second quarter, 8 minutes and 44 minutes, and let it play. It's going to be a play. Lamar Jackson is going to scramble, get down the sideline, and a player is going to tackle him. He's going to start in bounds, but the tackle going to finish out of bounds. And I want you to see how quick his players was over there lighting that defender up that tackled Lamar Jackson out of bounds. There wasn't a coach in sight, and they was on Buffalo sideline. I just want you to go watch that. And when I say players set the culture, players ride for another. That dog, no coach could do that. You don't see John Harbaugh on the field trying to go fight them players. He didn't have to go on that field because within a split second, Lamar Jackson's teammate was on that defender, pushing them, fight. They was fighting out there. Right? I'm like, this is what I'm talking about when I say players set the culture. Coach can't do nothing. Coach ain't gonna make you a dog, right? And then in that same game, same exact game, same quarter, 5 minutes ago, they're in the red zone. And I think he gets sacked or something. He gets sacked. Lamar Jackson gets sacked. And a defender was in and around Lamar Jackson while he was on the ground. And you see his offensive lineman body slam the defender. Body slams him. This is a playoff game, meaningful game. Body slams him. That had nothing to do with coaching. Nothing to do with coaching. Now, why I'm bringing that up? Because I always said, when have you seen any of our players do that? When? Our players get hit late, they might go over there and help our player up. No one is going to retaliate. Now, go watch that game. That was a hard, physical, tough-nosed game. Came down to the last two-point conversion where we all know what happened. Mark Andrews dropping the two-point conversion, right? But they was going at it. There was a rumble at 8:44, and then there was a rumble at 5 minutes. On both sides of the team. Let me point that out. Because Buffalo, once they retired, then Buffalo, they went head up. No one was backing down. They both was trying to impose their will on one another. When Buffalo made a late hit, guess what? Baltimore players struck back. No, you're not. Who you think you punking? You're not bullying nothing over here. We came to fight. And it went down to the wire. These are the type of things that it seems like our fan base doesn't pay enough attention to. It's attention to details. Those are the things that I pay attention to because I understand that would get teams over. That's why them teams are hard and tough-nosed. Because they understand, oh, he's trying to impose their will. Slamming us. Plenty of I'm tired of giving old references. You know, the Patriots and how they did the greatest show on turf. So I'm like, okay, this was last year in the playoffs. Last year in the playoffs, teams are showing you, these players are showing you what it takes to be a successful franchise. Just go pay attention to how their players react to the opposing team trying to oppose their will on them. It happens every game. How are you going to respond? What is the thing that all of the players say about the Dolphins? Oh, once you punk them, they're not going to punch back. So we know when it comes to the big boy games. Oh, well, we know how to handle them. They fast. They're faster than us. They're more talented than us. They ain't tough enough. They're not. They're not tough enough. You can run as fast as you want. I've been saying it from the beginning of the season. What did I say? What beat talent? They says turn it into a what? Dog fight. And give you an example. Game in and game out. Year in, year out. Oh, yeah, y'all talented. How many teams fielded a more talented team on the field than the Miami Dolphins last year? And in 2023? Not many. But there was a lot of teams that were way more tough. Oh, we're tougher than y'all. We'll see y'all at the end of the December, January. We'll handle y'all. When the big boys come out to play. When it's cold. And it hurts a little bit more.
So what you're saying, Tone, what teams be telling us in December and January is this right here?
Y'all want to see a dead body?
You know what's coming, bro. Mentality. I'm sorry. We're going to continue. What I said, Lou, I'm going to start pointing out every time I get an opportunity, I'm going to start giving examples so this fan base can understand we're not just up here talking because we're talking. We're not just saying that just to be saying that. There's a reason for this. There's examples of this working. You thought Roquan Smith just turned around and hit Eichenberg for no reason? No. What was the narrative going in the game? Oh, all you got to do is punch him in the mouth. They're not punching back. First opportunity he got, laid him out. First opportunity. No one did nothing. Not a single soul. All these players that y'all like to brag and boast about, that y'all want to keep on this team. Terrell Armstead was on the field. He ain't do nothing. Who was our center at the time? Connor Williams was on the field. He ain't do nothing. Robert Hart was on that team. He ain't do nothing.
Dan, you bring it back to when Roquan hit Liam?
Yeah.
Damn.
No one retaliated. All these players were like, oh no, you remember we were like, I'm like, man, I don't see dog in them. Y'all miss how you say? I forgot the word. Y'all miss y'all confusing talent with toughness. This is where y'all always go wrong at. Yeah, he's super talented. Jaden Phillips is super talented. But he's not a dog. Boy looked like he was chiseled, man. All of that going to waste because lack of mental toughness. You imagine if that man was a dog? Ain't nobody would be able to touch him, bro. They wouldn't be able to touch him. But the mentality is not there. What you said he was, Lou? He's built like Tarzan, but play like whatever her name is. It's crazy. The mental side is listen. That mental side is way more important than we are paying attention to. Y'all have to understand there's a reason for that. Crypto said Tony to his chisel. Did you see him on the boat? Cut it out, Crypto. Cut it out. I hate to tell you, you could go to any sport. Any sport. What was the downfall for LeBron James? Arguably the greatest player, one of the greatest in history. Some people argue him to be the greatest. I know I don't because it's Jordan, right? But what was his one downfall? Mentality. Put him over there with Dwayne Wade, a downright dog on the court. Whatever you do off the court, that's on him. But on the court, a dog.
What do you mean by
that? Oh, you care to elaborate on that?
No, I most definitely don't. That was fire. No, but I'm not elaborating on all that. I'm just saying, we stick to sports. All I'm saying is the mentality. It showed you the dude is one of the greatest of all time. But until he got the mental aspect of it, he couldn't get over the hump. Put that mental aspect in him, and guess what? Changed the trajectory of his whole career. It's never gonna fail. Go do your research. Go do your research.
All I know you saying put that mental in them is insane. By the way, Hey,
Lou, when I said it, I said, hey, yo. I had to speed past that one, Lou.
Yeah. Hey, man, listen. You getting a little wild out here tonight, Tom. Hey, yo.
Yeah, okay. Hey, yo, that is kind of wild. But listen, you understand what I'm saying. The mentality. Change his mentality. Get that dog-like mentality, and it makes a world of a difference. It does. You could disagree with me all you want. It's not going to change history. History leaves footprints. All you got to do is go find them. Follow the footprints. You're going to see every single time. If you're not mentally tough, you're not going to get over the hump. You aren't. One of the things that they said, the difference between Steve Kerr and Mark Jackson was he took David Lee out of the start lineup and inputted Draymond Green. Changed the whole trajectory of that franchise. Mentally tough. What was missing? They had the Splash Brothers. They was very talented. They was going down. They was going to be the Phoenix Suns. Steve Kerr said, no, we're not. We're not going to just be the most explosive offense in the league. We're going to be the toughest as well. I got this dog sitting right here. He looking to bully someone. Oh yeah, go ahead. Y'all gonna do all that shooting, but I need you out here striking fear to opponents. Now they have arguably one of the greatest runs in franchise history. Let's just keep it real. Turn that team into a dynasty. It's never gonna fail. I'm telling y'all right now, it's never gonna fail. I told y'all, man, my narrative, this ain't even my narrative. This is my goal. My goal is to make our fan base, at least the ones that come listen to the Blitz Pickup, is to make y'all mentally tough. It's to make y'all look past talent and speed, and he's tall, and he looks good with a jersey on. No. I want y'all to look at their mentality. And then you'll understand, no, hold on. Okay, because I give every player a chance. I don't just dog people. I'm like, oh, yeah, he got the talent. But I need to see that manifest itself when the game is on the line and the pressure is on. Now let me see that talent show up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, H, man. H, I be dropping gems sometimes, H. I be telling you, I be dropping gems. I be trying to help y'all out. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Pope took heed to it last episode. H take it. All you gotta do is listen sometimes. I'm just trying to help you out. I'm trying to improve you. You understand? I want everybody to be successful.
What does this mean, Tony? You care to elaborate on this a little bit?
And to have a respectable basketball team. And to have a respectable.
What's that mean?
He have to elaborate on that. He have to. I don't know if he said mentally tough or he's saying that the talent has to show up when we need it the most. I guess that those one of those.
It looked like he's talking about that sorry basketball team in South Florida.
Listen, I'm sorry. You know what? You got to be talking about them because as much as we was praising this Heat culture and all that, Lou, you know what? There go another one. Remember we said Heat culture, right, Lou? Heat culture. Jimmy Butler stopped playing, and now all of a sudden everyone is questioning the Heat culture.
Oh shit.
Am I lying? Now all of a sudden, what is Heat culture? Who was it? Now everyone has it. It wasn't a question when you had the Udonis, the Dwayne Wade's in the building. There wasn't a question what Heat culture was. You didn't hear not a single player in the league, not a single coach, not a single media, sports anchor. No one questioned Heat culture when you had dogs in the building. Not a single soul. All of a sudden, Udonis is not in there anymore. Jimmy Butler out the building. Now we question what Heat culture is.
Dwayne Wade out the building.
Now everyone wants to know what is Heat culture. You got Patrick Paul. Oh, no one going over there for that Heat culture. Heat culture is over. Yeah, because the Heat culture is the players. I don't care how many. Listen, y'all can fight this all y'all want. You want to get pushback about coaches and front office creating the culture? I'm going to say actions speak louder than words. I'm just going to continue to give you examples of who's the coach. No, who's that coach? Who's the Miami Heat coach?
Eric Spoelstra.
What team? What happened to the culture he was setting? I'm trying to figure out what happened to that culture. Coach still there. Is Pat Riley still not calling the shots?
The Godfather.
Still there. He still got the rings to drop on the table?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know why the rings don't work now? Because the players that was putting on getting him the rings, not in the building anymore.
Is the fat dude with suspenders still there?
Still there, Lou. He's still over there suspending. I'm trying to figure out how come the coaching staff didn't change, the front office didn't change. What happened to Heat culture? We went from, man, we got confidence at the 8th seed. Playoff Jimmy. Confidence out of this world. To, well, at least we made the playoffs. How things have changed. A year. 1 year. You take one person off that team, and all of a sudden, Heat culture went out the building. Oh, because culture don't work when you don't got them players in there. Culture don't work when you don't have them dogs in there. Don't mean nothing. A bunch of empty sayings. That's what it is. But I'm going to continue to tell y'all, don't believe us. Just pay attention to the players. Go do your homework. Go do your research. Then report back. Cap said, Triple J, how many Hawkeye Jr.? He's still there. It's nothing. Sorry. It's gonna be proven. It's gonna be proven correct every time. If you go test that theory out, the coaches or the players. You know what the coach's identity? I mean, coach's job is his job is to identify the players that can set the culture. That's what he do. Listen, this is the type of culture that I want. You can want that kind of culture all you want, but you have to have the players. Dusty Rings is why.
Yeah, hey man, hey, Tony's on the rampage tonight, man. Hey, chat. Forgive Tone tonight, man. Tone hasn't had a lot of sleep, man. Hey, Tone's wilding tonight, man. So hey,
I'm telling y'all, man. Listen, I'm not wilding. It's passion. I want to open people's eyes to the bigger picture. It's not all about talent. It isn't. It's mental toughness. I'm going to keep on reiterating that every chance I get, because we have to understand, raise our standards. Sometimes less is more. It is. That's why a person like me that has the most competitive spirit. If y'all listen to me when I be on different platforms, y'all, I debate, boy, conflict. I run towards that kind of stuff. There's no backing down in me. What? You say what? All right, we on. It's up then. Okay, cool. Right? But even I understand sometimes less is more. Hey, listen, man. Hey, Lou, you know what I said? Hey, listen, there's a reason I fought majority of all my friends when I was younger. Because I had to understand the people that ride with me, I can go to war with because they have that soldier in them. Pat Riley set the culture. Pat Riley ain't set nothing. Pat Riley identified the players that can set the culture. Alonzo Mourning, P.J. Brown, Isaac Austin, Keith Askins. Yeah, he brought people that came in. Y'all remember P.J. Brown flipping Charlie Ward? Y'all remember Alonzo Mourning and Larry Johnson throwing hands, even though neither one of them hitting. They were just punching the air. But you get the point. Pat Riley wasn't doing none of that. He went and got the people that could do that. He could have. Why he ain't set the culture now? What? Why aren't the dogs at? Where are they? Pat Riley's still there. Just did a press conference.
Yeah, that is very true. Tone, again, bro. Listen, you've been cooking, and every time you say something that I agree with, I'm just at a loss for words. After the press conference that Pat Riley did, you know what they said?
What he said?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
That's what they said. They told that man straight up that you're signing Bam and Tyler. You're bringing both of them back. That man said, Tone, we talking about the culture. The culture's coming back, Tone.
What culture is it now?
Bam, and Tyler.
Yeah, well,
that's the culture. You heard what Pat Riley said?
Not winning culture. It's not a winning culture. It's a culture, nonetheless.
According to Pat Riley, that's a winning culture.
Well, I mean, actions speak louder than words. It's going to always speak louder than words. According to the results, We had the worst loss in playoff history. Back to back. In the playoffs. And the dude that you said, he said he need to be like Steph Curry. Yo, somebody should have snatched him off that podium.
What?
Steph Curry?
Wait, what he said?
He said Tyler Hero just need to be more like Steph Curry. I kid you not. Lou, I'm telling you. The man is going to see now, bro. I'm sorry. I promise you, that guy that you said need to be more like Steph Curry had 4 points in the closeout game. 4. And the other dude had 6. 10 points combined. How many $1 million that is per point if you combine they huh?
Did this man really say no? You're lying.
No, I kid you not. I kid you not. He just need to be more like Steph Curry. Yes, that's what he said.
I'm gonna tell you right now. You know what you guys need to do to Pat Riley?
Yeah, get him up out of there.
Ship him off!
Facts.
Get him up at it. Did that? So he was talking about Tyler Hero, and he said all Tyler has to do is be more like Steph Curry.
Yes, it's what he said.
Oh nah, see y'all giving me too much ammunition.
Yeah, matter of fact, they got posts. They got posts on X that they quoted what he said and put a picture of Tyler Hero and Steph Curry next to him. I'm like, did this man really just say what? He don't believe in him, Lou, because you know when I watch with intent. See, people just watch to listen. No. I look body language. I look when he start fumbling over words. I look, oh no. Go look when he said, do he deserve the max? He went to, he deserved to be around and, you know, play like, he just needs to be more like Steph Curry. The boy fumbled. Boy panicked. That's what it was. Because you know you couldn't justify saying this man deserves to have the Supermax. Are you crazy? All right, man. Lou, you know I told you I could do this all day. Listen, bro. Listen, man. I didn't even get into the type of offense, right? And I wanted to use that because I wanted to use that for the poll, but we already an hour in. You know what I'm saying? But I asked you quickly because the Heat don't piss me off. The Dolphins piss me off. I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, I just want to ask you before we get up out of here, right? Which one? Because it was a great debate, and I was like, you know what? That's something that we could ask and get some thought to. A quick hitting offense or a time of possession based offense? Which one you think is best suited for success, Lou?
Well, I think you need an element of both, right? I would say balance. I don't want, bro. I remember the days of, well, these 10, 11, 12, 13 play drives. And again, it gets you 3 points at the end of the day, right? And now you took 8 minutes off the clock, you scored 3 points, and a team like New England back in the yesteryears was putting up 7s, right? So for me, Tone, the best answer is I would like to have an element of both. I like the element of having a quick play offense where you can hit Tyreek and you can hit Waddle or whatever, or you let A-Chain hit the right hole and they're off to the races and they're scoring in 1, 2, 3 plays, right? And then I would also like, you know, if the Dolphins have a lead at the end of the game, you play more run the ball, you know, possession kind of game, like play takeaway, right? Like keep the ball away from the other hand. So I guess the best word is balance, right? I want the best of both worlds. I want a team that has the ability to have quick strike and big playability, and a team that also, you know, in a pinch or to close out a game or a half or whatever the situation may be, a team that can go get me 10, 11, 12 play drives and kill the clock. So I think for me, Tone, the best way I can answer, I want a team that can do both, right? Because listen, to put a 12, 13, 14 play drive 8 minutes off the clock, you virtually at that point, Tone, and I'll end it here. You got to play perfect. You got to mean in those 14 plays, there can't be a holding penalty. There can't be an offside penalty. There can't be a delay of game. There can't be anything because then it throws you behind the sticks and you're playing catch up. So again, I want both. I want a quick strike and a team that, again, game on the line, 6 minutes to go get me those 6 minutes and ice the game. So I would just say, I want both.
God damn it, I like the way you do business.
I mean, that's a fact.
I couldn't have said it. Well, listen, you said almost exactly what I was going to say. I would prefer to have a time possession type offense that have the ability to hit the quick hitters. Because what are you doing? And you pointed out a lot of the key factors. First of all, you're asking your team to play perfect every time they get the ball. How often do that happen? How often do you going to have a perfect drive without penalties and the ability to overcome penalties? You have to have that element of the quick hits. See, a lot of people see teams that were successful, like, man, they ran the ball, and that team won Super Bowl. You want to know what people leave out? Those teams use to run the ball to get their quick hitters out. That's why the play action was so dominant for a while, because you get them thinking, and boom, go over the top, catch them sleeping. Because to Lewis' point, if you keep on 14, 12-point drives, and all you're doing is giving me threes, bro, that team could just hit 2 big plays, and you could score 4 times straight, and all they got to do is score 12, and they take a 14-12 lead. So I saw people trying to be on one side or the other. No. You need the physicality, yes, because when that physicality demoralizes people at the end of the game. You start seeing the big hitters. Be like, man, they ran them down. And you know what demoralized them? Once that 2, 3, 4 yards start to be 7, 8, then 15. Then, oh, shucks, there go a 38-yard touchdown. Oh, man, play action, there go a 65-yard bomb. And you put them away. Because you cannot, that's not sustainable to think that you're going to have a team that can run, grind. Because all you got to do is make a mistake or two, and that other team right back in the game. So, yes, a perfect answer. You got to have balance. You have to have an element of both. It's not just one or the other. It's not a yin or a yang. No, you need both. It's sports. There's the reason why. Listen, you got to have trenches and skill positions. Vondro say, I just want an offense that can attack you on all levels. That's a fact. I want to be able to assert dominance when we need to, play bully ball when we need to, and I want to be able to take the top off the defense. Oh, y'all gonna commit 8 in the box? All right, go ahead, Wilder. Go do your thing now. We got the looks that we need. Mission accomplished. All right, now. Let's close the casket. It's simple in fact. I would never understand why people thought you had to have either or you have to make, no, I want teams that can, you know what? We got a team right now that can run you out the gym. We have one right now as we speak. But when it's time to get tough, there you have it. That's the end of that. So that's, you said that perfectly. There's no need to even elaborate even more further. Pablo said, the more we run the ball, the more we crush their spirits and dominate time of possession while giving our defense time to rest. Yes, it does. But like I said, to a certain degree, because if you that has to pay off at the end, have to become touchdowns. You have to put up 7s, right? And we know more often than not, you're not going to score 7 every time. That's how you say, how to say, man, they letting this team hang around. They let them hang around. Like, they've been dominating the whole game, but they letting the team hang around, and boom, you get a crushing defeat at the end because all it takes is one big play here and there, and there go your lead. You went down. Just imagine that. You went down. You had scoring drives on 4 straight possessions. And you up. All of them turn into field goals. Okay, cool. All they got to do is score twice. Take the lead. So, yeah, Cap, I brought that up too. What happened to the greatest show of turf? They put them boys to sleep. But anyways, man, we appreciate y'all for rocking. We're still 26 of y'all in the building. Lou, you got anything else before we get up out here?
About 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Knicks down 2, 83-81.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, let's see. You know, Trey been talking real heavy. Hey, yo, man, listen. I want everyone in the chat. I want everyone, if y'all follow Gameboy 305, I want y'all to put an APB out there. Tell them Tony looking for him. Tell him Tony looking for him. He wasn't running from me when he tagged me. You know how he went and got buried. I thought he didn't. I hope he didn't think that I ain't have smoke for Barry. I hope that not. Hey, you want to know what's crazy? What, Lou? After he attacked me, even he went in there like, I can't even argue with these. Yeah, it's different over here.
Actually, what I do need everybody to do in the chat before we get up out of here is throw them blue hearts in the chat for my man.
Don't y'all dare.
For my man, level 2 noob, throw them blue hearts in the chat, man. Number 1 pick, man.
Get out of here. Nobody care about that, bro. All right, but yeah, all right, man. Listen, man. I'm trying to go check out these. Let me see what the likes at, man. All right, man. We got 21 still in y'all. We got 25 likes. All right, man. If y'all haven't, I'm sorry. I'm 35 likes. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all for continue to subscribe. I see we up to 520 now, so we continue to grind. Hey, it's a slow grind. Slowly but surely we grinding and building our platform. So we appreciate y'all. Every single subscribe counts. Every like counts. It helps push us in the algorithm. It helps get us out there to the YouTube community and bring over that traffic over here where they get that real content. It's not going to be sugar-coated. It's going to be 100% honesty, good, bad, or indifferent. We're going to give you our honest opinions. So appreciate y'all. Hit that like button on the way out. And Lou, want to get us up out of here?
Hey, man, appreciate y'all. See y'all Wednesday, 7:30-ish. You know how we do. Hey, y'all know what time it is, man. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Peace out with the bang, bang. Pablo gets it. Look, Tone, real quick. Bang, bang. That revolver don't miss. We see y'all Wednesday, man.